Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction based on real events. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
Testing. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Well, glad that this is still working. We certainly need to upgrade our equipment here. Cassette recorders are outdated for this line of work, don't you think? My name is Matthew Edrick, head archivist for the Retrospective Apparition Details Acquisitions Hall, aka Rada Hall, a private organization focused on academic research in arcane and paranormal encounters. I am currently the only staff member for the archives department, as two of my colleagues decided to quit at the last minute after, well, an unfortunate incident here in the office involving the sudden disappearance of my predecessor. Thus the title, Head Archivist. The department, as of now, is quite a mess. Frankly, it is an utter chaos of disorganized files and artifacts. Besides being dismantled and undermanned, it also lacks modern equipment for archiving, and I must make do with this striving old cassette recorder that's probably older than me. I have 2 statements to record for today, so let's get going. Case number 00305. Statement of Boniface Shabani Rizal, a third-year university student from Iloilo City, regarding a strange and recurring dream involving a house. Original statement given August 5th, 2021. Statement begins. Have you ever been trapped in a few and far between dreams, all of which had the same ending? Like a never-ending loop, frightening, haunting, unearthly, a dream that you wish to never dream again. Never again. It was November of 2019. The wind was cold, and the beads of raindrops were starting to pour from the dark skies. Sat on the top of a small hill was a house for lease, which we hurried into. I was with my mom. I asked her to accompany me in searching for an apartment or a hostel in the city. Inside the house, we ran into a staircase that we had to ascend before reaching the room we were to occupy. Every step created a creaking noise. Halfway up the stairs, I felt a sudden tense pressure in my head. My ears were ringing, and along with it, I swear I could hear faint whispers. And as we drew closer to the top, the whispers grew louder and louder with every step, as if someone was shouting in my ear and squeezing my head so tight at the same time. And when we reached the landing, the headache and the voices disappeared. A young girl suddenly appeared in front of us. She had long, black braided hair dangling over her chest, eyes of black sapphire, and skin as pale as that of the dead. She greeted us with a warm smile and showed us to our room across the empty hallway. After settling our things, she took us on a tour and introduced us to the house help sweeping the undusted maple floor. While going around surveying the house, the helper approached me and asked if I want her to take a photo of me. To be fair, the lighting was good, with the lamps being dim and the corridor was clear, so I gave her my phone and smiled until the camera flashed through the hall. When she walked away, I checked the photo and saw something that terrified me. At first glance, you would probably think that it's just a normal photo, nothing weird. But if you look closely, you would notice the human-like shadows behind me, with their hands on my shoulders. The next thing I knew, the young girl emerged in front of me, grabbed my neck, and choked me. Panting, sweating, shaking, I woke up from a dream with an unexplained feeling of terror. But something's odd. I had this eerie feeling like someone was watching me from a distance. Then, I heard a clicking sound coming from the doorknob as if it was just locked. Wait, how can I get locked when the lock was inside, and I'm all alone in my room? But without a thought. I sprang from my bed and ran downstairs to my parents' room. Weeks passed, and I still have the same dream over and over again. A house on the top of a hill, a girl with pale skin, and shadow-like figures in my photo. I couldn't stand sleeping alone in my room. I feel suffocated, anxious for no reason at all. What's worse is that, whenever I set foot in my room, the door would just lock by itself, as if there was another person inside. For almost 2 weeks, I did not sleep well. Whenever I closed my eyes, it haunted me. It made me miserable and desperate to the point that I begged my parents to call a priest. The priest explained that bad spirits are souls fed on negative emotions, and at that time, our family was going through some troubles which led to a lot of negative energy that was apparently absorbed by our house, making it a den of bad spirits. Today, things are starting to go back to normal, but sometimes, whenever the house is gloomy, I can feel it come after me in my dreams. Yes, it's a dream that I wish to never dream again. Never again. Statement ends. Let's move on. Case number 00025. Statement of Jel Mendoza, a law school student from Iloilo City, regarding a paranormal encounter. Original statement given October 3rd, 2022. Statement begins. I am a sophomore, and I have never encountered such an experience in my entire life. I don't believe in any paranormal related stories until one night. 2018, a rainy afternoon. Our class is the only one left in this building because we still have night classes. I left the class to use the bathroom in the middle of our teacher's discussion. We were on the 3rd floor. I had heard stories about the strange things happening here, but I ignored them because I thought they were just made up by the students. I entered the bathroom, and all the cubicles were open, except the one at the very end, and I thought someone was using it. I was washing my hands when I heard someone. Hello? Hello? Of course, because I'm gossipy, I approached the cubicle and I heard someone praying the Lord's Prayer. I just wonder which sane person chose to have a prayer time in a CR. I just let her do whatever she did. When I came out of the CR, all the doors of the cubicle suddenly closed. I was shocked and ran back to the classroom. After school, I stayed because I was finishing my remaining schoolwork so I could relax on the weekend. It was past 7 o'clock, and my parents called me to say that they were waiting for me in the parking lot. After I went out the door, at the end of the hallway, I saw a nun. Her head down, and she seemed to be praying, the same voice and prayer that I heard in the CR earlier. A few steps away on the 2nd floor, I saw the same nun again. I stopped and trembled with fear. I don't know what to do. Should I scream? Run back to the classroom? I turned around and suddenly someone choked me. The nun, crying blood, praying the Lord's Prayer. 4 years have passed, but even up till this day, whenever I think of that memory, I could feel the chills down my spine. But at last, things are starting to snap back right after I transferred to another university. Statement ends. These are 2 cases of paranormal activities. Both happened at random. No one can ever know when or what will attack you, but when it does, all you can do is pray and hope that God will save you. Listen, I'm pretty sure this is the last time you'll be hearing from me. If anyone is hearing this, my name is Matthew, and